Anybody else, or should I go?
You can go.
Yeah, you go.
So yeah, we got out of the basement cellar, talked to the parents. They told us the whole story. Their son has run off. They told us we should talk to Esmeralda, the monster hunter who's staying with the abbot for some reason. So we did that. We blew the whistle, got him spied on all night. So we went to the abbot. There was one weird two-headed guy and a dog person thing, monstrosity, flesh golem that the abbot made. Plus there was Marzina, the fleshy Batwoman, who ended up escaping, but then the abbot chased her down. While we're talking to Flesh Golem Girl that he wants to marry off, so we gave her some lessons on love, and she gave us a necklace to give us to the sweet Flesh Golem that was supposed to escort us to Esmeralda, but we apparently just said screw that noise and went running everywhere else. Which is when Glycer ran into a group of shadows, and we went and saved him. They were all hiding in the walls and shit. And I think that about covers it. We gave the necklace to the Flesh Golem.
I don't think you did.
No, we didn't.
Oh no, we didn't.
Did we not?
No, we didn't.
Oh,
No,
we were
I-
okay. We very end. We
Yeah.
admonished Alcina for not giving the necklace to the Flesh Golem.
I was
Oh,
trying
listen.
to. You guys kept like sprinting all around the.
Yeah, I was trying to keep up with the rest of the party, man. The necklace was the last thing on my mind. We'll get him on the way out.
I was I was like trying to like find her to nudge her, and I couldn't.
But true to Alcena's character,
Alright.
she is super socially awkward.
Yeah.
She is the last person
That
that
happens.
should be doing the exchange.
I think that's fair.
Leister can
You
handle it.
may take your inspiration.
Yay! I will use it immediately to fail again.
Yeah. And that will bring us back to the scene in this dim room. The shadows have crept away to their normal corners and do not seem to be animated any longer. And you are all in mostly decent health. And now that you are looking about for a moment, you can see 3 doors along the south wall, each having a plaque mounted to list what is inside, though Strahd has burst through the room farthest to the east, where you hear the sharp caw of a raven before it takes flight out the window. Yes, that's intentional.
Oh, okay.
Been everywhere.
Well, that's not quite true.
Well,
You haven't been
Besides
into
those
this
2
room,
doors.
and no one's actively gone into this. So, the
Cool.
door.
I was just checking because usually you could see the shadows on everything, but I was like, it's very clear.
Because of Roll20's tweakage, this has been my resolution to the problem.
Oh, okay.
But it's only for this one map.
What's on the plaque to this door here?
This one says operating room.
How much surgery is this guy doing?
Too much.
Morbid curiosity. Check this room out.
Yeah, you take a look inside and you see an operating table in the center of the room. Takes up most of the space in the room. And there is dried blood on it, stained into the floor beneath it. So it seems to be quite aged.
Interesting. He does not strike me as the surgeon type.
Have we asked him how he makes his flesh golems? Like,
Nope.
does he make
No.
them like
I mean, you
out of
probably
magic, or does he make them out of people?
both. Not mutually exclusive. I reckon he has this shady way of acquiring dead bodies, and he stitches them together and shoots lightning into them or something. I don't know.
Shoots lightning.
Are you still the direwolf?
Yes. I just
Yeah, okay.
that was a general party question, not in
Okay.
character. I can communicate with humans question.
I was like, what? Little Timmy stuck in the well.
But also, I'm gonna go back to Elsena form because we gotta go talk to the lady. I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
I'm
We
just
found her, and she's like, "Can I help you?" And it's like, "Be right back.
Yeah, hold on.
I'm in initiative order."
1 second.
And then she's just screaming in the other room.
Dying. She's dead now.
Uh-oh.
I'm just kidding.
You go in there in the shadows,
Oh.
just like Dementor.
I
I
would
apologize
like
if you can hear
to.
my son in the background, by the way, just in advance.
No, you're
Out
fine.
of morbid curiosity, I want to do an inspection on this room and see if I find anything else of note besides the obvious.
Okay, describe the actions you take as you inspect.
I want to see if there's any fresh blood. Like, I'll run my finger through, like, around the table, see if anything sticks, like it's fresh. Around the table, like if there's any buttons or compartments, surgical tools, stuff like that.
Okay, roll me an investigation check. As your finger slides along the edge of the table, a scream fills the room.
Ooh.
A scream that seems to echo, not just through the space, but through time. It is followed by other, fainter screams, seemingly of those who died under the knife.
Is this in my head or is this like audible?
Nobody's
is
there
in
to
your
confirm
head.
one way or the other.
Yeah, there's a tree fall in the forest. No, I'm kidding. I almost said there's a bear shit in the woods. It is in your head. The others do not hear sudden screaming from the room.
Side note, are we supposed to be seeing everything, or is there an issue
Yes.
with the... Okay,
Just for this map.
got it.
Okay, so are you gonna seriously gaslight me that there was not a bird in this room where I am right now?
You can go ahead and take a look around that room. It's
There's this.
you
I want to
do not
give him a cracker.
see a bird.
Okay.
There was a
But-
bird.
On my way.
There was a bird in the window, but it flew off. You missed that part.
You can take a peek out the window, and the bird is still in view. There is a raven down below, nesting on the shoulder of a
Taking out a
scarecrow
cracker. Taking out a
down
cracker.
in the Abbey Garden.
Yeah, because Sturk knocked him off the wall. It was hilarious. Offering the cracker.
He seems to pay you no mind, just cocks his head and looks at you strangely.
Well, all right, Raven. I won't antagonize you. You have a good rest of your day, okay? Can you hear me?
It doesn't speak, though the rest of you possibly think that Gleister is going absolutely insane.
No,
Do you
they
need some
got they
rest,
stayed
bud?
on me for longer than. Yeah, they've known me longer than 5 minutes. Well, listen, I apologize. My nerves are very frayed. You may recall that the shadows literally attacked us a few moments ago.
You may recall.
What's everybody else up to? Oh, I'm sorry that I was yelling at the bird. Jeebs, you didn't hear that, did you, bud?
What? No, of course not.
Okay, cool. You guys seen Jarrell? Where's Jarrell?
Oh, he
Um,
went to the.
He's in the other room. Oh, there he is.
Yo, Drill, is there anything just mind-numbingly horrifying in there?
Come here, come here, come here.
You certain?
Yes.
All right. Oh god, this looks
And
like a mess, man.
I want to run his finger over the same area where I heard the psychic screaming.
Yeah, so you sidle up behind Gleister, and you place your top of your hand over the top of his hand, and you both
bastard.
lean forward, like you're going for a pool shot, and you just slowly slide his finger along the edge of the table.
Can I play like romantic music on my lute while he does that?
A ghost?
For the boys.
A spicy Spanish tune begins to flow around the room. But aside from probably feeling extremely violated, you have no idea why he is doing this. Not a thing.
No, I can
happens.
listen, once again, I can assure you, if you think Gleister feels violated by this, then you are underestimating how mentally ill he is.
He hasn't been touched.
He honestly, but you're right, he has no idea what he's talking about. He doesn't hear the psychic anything. For all he knows, Drell's is trying to be affectionate. So he just goes, hey, bud, yeah. How you doing?
Yeah.
You didn't hear anything?
Uh-uh. What'd you hear?
Alcina.
Richard.
There's a lot of bad things that happened here.
Yeah, no shit, pal. Look at
It
this
looks
place.
like it.
I heard the screams of everyone who has died on this table when I first touched it.
Oh, I sure don't like that.
But Gleister didn't?
Yeah, he's... Judging by his face, probably not. Jarrell's face is still slightly pale.
I'm gonna touch the same spot. Like right here? About here?
Yeah.
And it's coarse, rough wood. You're careful not to give yourself a splinter. But that's the extent of it.
I don't hear it either. So, I wonder how you're
I
connected.
believe you, though, bud.
You guys keep touching the bloodstains.
What was that, Davis?
You guys keep touching the blood. Gonna get like a disease.
It's Strahd.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, definitely.
So this wasn't a
eerie,
life-saving table. This was a life-taking
like
table.
table. Yeah.
well, we
Yeah.
probably have our answer about how he was making the golems.
Yep. Sounds about it. Sounds about right. And then I'm assuming once they come golem form, they lose all sense of their memories.
Probably.
All the more reason to not trust him, for sure.
Most definitely.
I don't know
By the
about you
way,
guys,
did
but I
you,
love chilling in the bloody room.
Did you give that necklace to the other golem?
You know what? No, I did not. Do we? I wonder, will we pass him again on the way back through, or?
I think you might be just down the stairs.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Anyway,
I'm gonna.
second wait.
I'm gonna go do that real
We
quick.
need to talk to. We need to talk to Esmeralda first. Then we can leave.
Yeah, it's best to stick together. We'll probably see him on the way out.
Hopefully,
That's right, you know
fingers
where
crossed.
she is, don't you?
Esmeralda, yes. This way, Glacier.
We haven't looked in here yet. It
Nope.
says, what's the plaque say?
This plaque reads nursery.
Nursery.
Right next to a surgical room? That's terrifying.
Yeah, that's no good.
Are those beds or cribs?
Inside, the room contains the wreckage of multiple old wooden cribs.
No good at all.
Pause.
I don't
Have to be
like that.
attacked again.
Jarrell, as you walk in, you glance around and you sort of begin to piece together whatever this room might be. Your eyes catch the uncurtained window above you. And behind you, well, behind Alcena, who is entering the room behind you, you can see someone standing there in white robes. A nun.
So I can see him in the reflection on the window.
That's correct.
Oh,
I look behind me.
Spooky, scary nun.
Unfortunately, nothing is there.
I look back to the window. Do I still see it?
All you see is the dim light of daytime in Barovia.
I want to keep looking at the reflection and see, like, is there anything else in the room that would be different? Like the nursery as it once was, maybe?
From what you can tell, what you see is an accurate reflection of what's standing there, especially with the nun now being gone.
Oh, it was just like a flash.
In a fucking horror movie.
Just like with the screams, it was just a little blip. I wonder if you go into the
But-
next room. I know those were
This
just
is
the
really weird,
spirits.
guys.
Real psychic.
Anything weird happening in here?
The room is empty. It smells a bit musty, dusty, slightly
Wait, you see that
rotted.
bird anywhere?
There's a big man
Oh.
sitting in there by himself.
What's the plaque say?
It says morgue.
Ooh.
So a nursery directly next to
A
an
surgical.
operating table and a morgue.
Yeah.
Classy.
What did the plaque to the operating table say?
Surgery.
Surgery.
And that's a lot of beds.
What was the plaque on the very outside of the? What's it say out here?
It says hospital wing.
I guess that kind of makes sense then.
Mm.
So it appears anyone that was coming to the hospital, if our... I have a feeling that with the Solus being born in town, possible that the abbot is taking the souls of the unborn to use in his creations.
Get the fuck out of here.
Never heard of anyone else being born without a soul, and he's making golems.
And
that
he's
are
delivering
quite-
babies.
Yeah. So if he takes
Well-
a soul, transfers it to his golems, then he could have been doing this for a real long time, and anyone coming to the hospital that mysteriously dies cuts them up on their operating table and uses them to make golems. And then takes the souls of all the babies being born. And he already has a morgue here.
Okay, well, we should definitely kill him.
That's my theory. Alright, let's go talk to Esmeralda.
At least we'll have Sturg wrestle him. Ask him if he's stealing them baby souls.
This way.
Hey! How you doing? Adam?
You walk in, and it is a room with disintegrated bunk beds. And there is, at the center of the chamber, a very clean 10-foot square section where there is an unrolled bed rest, as well as a backpack and a handful of weaponries. And beside this little camp is a half-finished chalk circle. A 5-pointed star inscribed across it. Standing against the pole of the bed bunk, seemingly waiting for something, possibly the strange weirdos who just popped into her room and then disappeared, is a olive skin Vistani woman, standing with her long black frizzy hair tied back in a wide orangey red headband. She's wearing a mud-stained long coat, a well-oiled suit of studded leather catching your eye just beneath it, and she seems to be wearing boots of 2 different colors, one an ordinary brown, and the other colored a dull metallic copper. She points at you with the snapped piece of white chalk in her hand. Given the noise you made coming up here, I assume you've not come to kill me?
Nope. We're here to talk to you, my friend. How you been?
I don't think I know you, but I'm doing alright, I guess.
I'm Gleister Poitain. These are my dear comrades.
She kind of looks at you all strangely. Hello, dear comrades. Seems you know me already.
You summoning a demon or something?
Uh-oh.
With the chalk marker?
Oh, no. I'm, doing a bit of research.
Oh, okay, 'cause we don't mess with the devil here.
Well, then maybe you ought to talk to somebody who isn't a monster hunter. It's kind of what I do. It's my middle name. Call me Esmeralda messing with monsters around here, Diabinier. Bit of a mouthful, so you can just call me Ez.
Hold on, let me write that down.
So?
Yes, we've been asked to speak with you. Crap, I didn't write his name down. The Burgomeister? Dimitri.
Mm-hmm.
Dimitri asked us to speak with you regarding the whereabouts of a son.
Oh, yeah? You think you're qualified to handle this kind of situation? What exactly makes you fit to deal with a missing pup? I've only just met you.
Qualified. You see the muscles on all these guys?
She gives you a long look up and down, Jeebus, from the tip of your scraggly hair to the toes of your burnished boots. And,
I cover myself like I'm naked.
she doesn't seem impressed by your scrawny form. Like I said, just met you.
Don't be put off by his slight figure. He's actually quite talented.
Oh, really?
Yes, he's got a big mouth.
Is that what qualifies you for this sort of situation? The talented big mouth over there?
Yeah, that's what we keep him around for.
I mean, he challenged the vampire hunter.
Oh, yeah.
And
You
won.
heard
Man, I got
of,
this big hat.
Van Richten? Yeah, you heard of this guy Van Richten? This dude danced him off and took his hat.
She snaps to attention as soon as you say the name. What do you know about Van Richten?
He's our homeboy. He's our friend. He's gonna help us
Defeat
banish
Strahd.
evil from this. Yeah, exactly.
And I got his hat. Me and him are like homies.
We saved him
Roll.
from some vampires.
I see.
Also
Uh,
survived
Gene-
several encounters with Lord Strahd himself and entered the Whispering Wall. Yet here we are.
Correct.
We also know exactly where he is right now, but we can't tell you because we don't know if you're cool. Although I'm inclined to like you. You seem cool. Hey, Muriel, come meet me, Esmeralda. Muriel, come up here. Come on. Hey, Muriel. Hey, did you meet Muriel?
Muriel
This is
kind
your
of
buddy
slides
Muriel.
along the edge of the back wall and just like shakes her head vigorously at you, like no.
All right. Well, then here's how I picture
Esmeralda,
it.
however, whilst you're just joyfully speaking as if nothing strange has been said, her eyes are popping out of her head as you're saying all this stuff about Van Richten, Gleister. She
yeah,
lets
growing.
she lets out a gasping, barking laugh almost, and shakes her head with a, "He's alive. God, that stubborn old man is actually alive." Listen, I appreciate you telling me that, but you don't need to tell me where he is, whether you like me or not. Not yet.
Okie dokie. Well, then I think we're pretty cool here. But no, look at Jeeves' hat. You tell me that ain't a hat that guy would wear? He's in disguise. You know how he goes in disguise? Does he pretend to be a half elf or something?
No, I think he pretended to be like a circus owner or something like that.
No, you just made that up.
You think so?
I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. He's a bit of a strange guy, but he's talented, that's for sure.
All right. Well, yeah, he is alive. He's a pretty cool guy. He's gonna help us overthrow evil in this place. Do you trust us enough now that you'll help us find this unfortunate werewolf child? We don't want to harm him. We would very much like to bring him back to his family safely. Does that influence your decision making any?
Well, yes, but well, I'll be honest. The Kreskovs think I'm just here to track down their missing boy, but well, and I am, but more of a coincidence. Truth is, she kind of gestures to that little chalk circle that she's in the process of marking. I came to find out what in the hell's broke in the abbot's mind, and whether there's a way to fix it before poor Anna Kreskov ends up a butchered offering to his monstrosity.
What? Jesus Christ! What do you know about all that now? I told you that they were gonna actually get, so he meant literally her heart, like, carved out of her chest then.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what he means. And, well, I don't expect him to be curable, but when life is at stake, so if there's a way to save her, I mean to find it.
Dirty piece of shit. Why don't we just stomp his fucking head into jelly? Just fucking jelly right now.
He's too powerful for that sort of thing. But, like I said, I'm here doing research. Oh yeah, please, don't disrespect my education, alright? I know a thing or two about monsters. It's in the name. Monster Hunter, alright?
What sort of monster is he?
Well,
Yeah.
that I'm not sure of exactly. But that's what I said. I'm doing research here, and you all interrupted me just a little bit.
Oh, yeah?
I ain't been here that long. Only been here for 2 weeks, so I've been sticking close here to Krez pretty much the whole time. I feel a little bit of an obligation. They saved my life once, so I owe them at least that much.
Well, what have you found
Alright.
so far?
None of you got fangs or a thirst for my blood, do ya?
We don't like vampires. We're frankly prejudiced against them.
Alright.
Muriel, is, wait, never mind. Nothing.
She slinks closer to the dusty corner. Just watching. Well, I don't know what the abbot is exactly, but he's no ordinary man of faith. Whatever's eating away at him, I'll figure it out. If only to save the rest of Kresk. So, when I first came here, close that door over there, would you?
Oh, got it.
When I first came here, I felt something lingering in these halls. A knack for picking up on things most people can't. Spirits, mostly. This place reeks of them. I've been planning to, contact them. See if they can tell me who or what the abbot really is. And what's driven him to this.
Yes, there's definitely been a great many happenings here. You've explored the hospital wing?
Have I?
Yes.
Just here to do my work.
If you
Hey,
have
fucked
a
up, Holmes.
penchant for hearing spirits, you might want to pay it a visit. There's a operating table. When I touched it, I heard screams across time of everyone that has died on that table. In the nursery next door, a nurse in the reflection coming to take away the children of the nursery.
I have been having weird dreams, but I just put it up to the proximity to the abbot. I'll have to take a look at it, I guess. But that can wait, I think. 3 nights ago, you said you were here on behalf, so I presume you'd like to know. 3 nights ago, I finally found Ilya Kreska. He's being held in a cave at the base of Mount Baratok, along the northwestern shore of Lake Baratok. And here's the catch. It's the werewolf den.
Wait, do you know how to cure werewolfism while we're here, bud?
Can I do it, or
I mean, either
do I know
can-
how?
Yes.
I mean, I was gonna say that either of those questions would be great to know. Answer.
Well, people who could do magic. I can't really do a whole lot of magic, so couldn't help you much there. But remove curse is what you're looking for, or maybe a bit of greater restoration.
Oh yes, remove curse like the scrolls they gave us.
Yeah, which are super rare and very hard to come by.
Cool, it's a good thing we wasted them on Navarra and Sturg.
Yeah.
Well, you may be interested to know that I happen to own 2 of them.
I dropped to my knees. My friend, dearly, we seriously think our buddies might be, getting werewolfed out, and the full moon is approaching. We are so stressed out about this. Is there any kind of arrangement that we can make?
Me getting hives. Stress.
Yes, I will. I don't know. I can just beg and plead with my feet at her boots, and then will Jeebus, if he did a persuasion check, could he? No, who's better, Jeebus or Jarrell for persuasion?
I have a +7.
Oh yeah, it's
Yes, obviously. Yeah, could Jarrell? We kind
The
of
great
have a
liar.
duo act going on anyway. Can we do can we get advantage on a persuasion?
I don't know about advantage, but feel free.
Oh, okay, but I'm gonna beg and plead and be like, please, our friends are gonna turn into werewolves, and then we're gonna have to chop their heads off, just like Sturk did to Navarra.
Oh
and
no.
then Jarrell persuade her.
Yeah, what he said. back up a little bit. Gosh, you're blubbering all over me.
Yep, that's how I roll. But sorry.
Well, look. I'm willing to help you if you'll help me.
Okay.
What you need?
Well, a few things. I won't lie. I managed to capture and interrogate one of the pack, and according to my source, most of the werewolves will be leaving Barovia soon, ranging beyond the mist. I've heard that they set out at dusk tomorrow.
Those buttfuckers can go beyond the mist.
They have Strahd's permission.
Hey.
Now, we don't know how long they'll be gone. Could be 12 hours, could be 12 days. The only thing that we do know is that if we're gonna get Ilya out, we need to get in and out before dawn. So, up for a bit of breaking and entering? Helps us both.
I can do that.
Absolutely. Strahd, show him the ram again. Show her the ram. Strahd takes the our portable battering ram out of his bag upon my request once again, and then puts it away.
Yes, I'm sure he does exactly that.
He did
no
last
snarky
time.
commentary. No
Okay,
snarky
well,
commentary involved.
No, there was definitely, but he still did it.
Good. But before we go gallivanting into a den of werewolves, let's see if we can't gather some useful information. So, help me finish this, and we'll have a little chat with the Abbey's lingering spirits. Maybe they'll have something interesting to say. She hands you over a fresh piece of chalk glycer from her bag as she gives you a serious look. Just try not to piss him off, yeah?
Okay. So what are we doing?
Alright, she hands you the chalk, and she bends down and continues drawing the pentagram on the floor, where she's apparently going to convene with spirits.
Okay, well, I'm not going to say anything because I will definitely piss the spirit off with my tomfoolery.
She pulls out a deck of Taraka cards from her coat, gestures for you all to gather around, and then lays the entire deck out flat across the center of the circle. She tells you, so, we can only ask 10 questions.
I'm definitely not speaking then.
And once we're finished, I can't do another one of these for 3 whole days. So, I need to know, who among you sees the world not just as it is, but as it could be? Who is thinking in symbols and riddles and dreams and fragments? None of yous?
I don't know. What the fuck are you talking about?
You, scrawny one. You look eccentric.
Me?
That's it. Yep, that's you.
I don't talk to ghosts?
Well, you're about to. And, who among you is the sharpest mind, the keenest wit?
Well, that's Jarrell for sure.
I assume Elsena huffs loudly in offense at that.
Oh, I'm sorry, Alcina. I'm just,
Nah,
I
I've
have no
over Jarrell.
filter.
What? You guys don't think I'm smart?
No.
It's not that I think you're. It's not that I. No, that's bullshit. That's not what we were talking. And shut up, Jeeves. That's not what we're talking about. They said who is the smartest, and Jarrell
I'm
sets
out.
the
I
bar
guess I
pretty
did.
high. Jarrell sets the bar pretty high. He can read things very quickly and process the knowledge. He's a very smart fellow. I'm impressed by him constantly.
I mean, my mother was a wizard, but
And you also
Yeah, that's
never
right.
took on.
heard the screams and saw the ghost also.
Yeah, it appears they might have been trying to communicate with me already.
Okay.
All right. The both of yous. You two will be our interpreters. I'll ask the questions. The spirits just don't speak in straight lines. They paint in spirals. So it's going to be up to you to make sense of their brushstrokes. You ready?
As I'll ever be.
1 second. If you can give me 10 minutes to get ready, I will ritual cast Comprehend Languages. Just in case.
All right. Yeah. All yous get comfortable. Find a place to be cozy. And hey, don't touch my bag.
Okie dokie. Here, let me tell you about my 14 children.
Oh, Jesus Christ. The next 10 minutes that we do not have to sit through are spent with Gleister walking, probably pacing up and down the rows while Esmeralda is just leaning sagged against the bed, probably smacking her forehead against a railing a couple of times. And then finally, Jarrell's magic settles, and you feel super smart. And like you know languages and stuff.
With my what is my intelligence? 12 intelligence, super smart.
Yeah, I think he also has the lowest passive perception. Yeah, he's got an 11 PP, so family friendly here, folks.
Like that.
I'm sorry. That was funny.
Smallest PP out of everybody. Anyways, all right. So after the 10 minutes,
Have we offended Gleister?
Oh, fuck.
it's you that left. Oh, that would have been funnier. Oh, Gleister, so that's okay. No, I'm talking
Oh,
about you.
I'm here.
Oh gosh. Okay. All right. Anyways, after that 10 minutes, she gets into position and she gestures for Jarrell and for Jeebus for you to sort of sit opposite her. And then the air begins to fill with sort of a static. The hairs on your arms begin to stand on end. And you hear the soft scraping of chalk as she connects the final line. Then, one by one, the lines of the symbol begin to glow, emanating a soft silver light. A low, resonant hum fills the room. The ambient sounds out the windows, beyond the door, fade away, leaving only the rhythmic cadence of Esmeralda's whispered incantations. The air seems to grow colder, each breath forming wisps of mist that rise and swirl from your lips. Spirits, we seek your wisdom and knowledge. The abbot of this abbey has fallen to darkness and corruption. Aid us and tell us how the stains upon his soul may be cleansed. And in that silence, the temperature plunges suddenly, your skin prickling, every hair standing up higher and higher. Esmeralda looks at each of you. We are not alone. All right. Who are you? She looks down at the cards, where one begins to lift and turn. And then, as it sits there, slowly begins to turn. And then it flips it. Then flips another card. Once again. Was part of the fucked up thing that happened.
Okay. I thought it was just me. It's like, do I need to X out of this card? Am I
No,
missing
no,
something?
no.
Yeah, I was like, am I
It's
supposed
part
to
of
be doing
the
something?
whole fucky thing, where I couldn't get a lot of things to upload, so now I'm having to sort of pull it out of my ass. So I'm just looking for the right card. I'm so sorry. Choose. Where are you? Fuck's sake. And then it flips it once more. And then it flips another. Then the cards lie dormant. Are you ready for the next question? You two smart ones.
Yeah.
Suppose
Pay
so.
attention now. Are you Saint Markovia? Another card slowly flips. And then settles. She gives you a nod to be sure that you're ready for her to proceed.
Mm-hmm.
Who is the abbot? Another card slowly turns. And then as you watch, flips downwards. And then another turns. One moment. And then the cards settle. She gives you another nod
Mm-hmm.
and asks, what happened to the abbot? And after a moment, one card flips. And then another. Gives another nod.
Mm-hmm.
How can we restore the abbot? Slowly, another card begins to flip. She looks at each of you with a little shrug. Not very helpful. And what does this artifact do? After a moment, another card flips. And then settles. All right. Well, where can we find the artifact? Two cards. Flip it once.
It's a donjon. Oh, dungeon.
And, alright, how can we use the artifact once we found it? And at the same time, two more cards flip. Shh. That seems pretty obvious. Alright, who do we need to kill? And just as Esmeralda's lips open to speak the 10th and final question, a rush of wind seems to sweep through the room despite the windows in the door being shut tight, and a radiant burst of light erupts from the center of the pentagram. Flashes of images flicker across each of your minds. A white-robed woman kneeling before a man with wings as white as the purest snow, who directs a gold-robed woman to present her with a silver statuette of a cleric kneeling in supplication, with its chest glowing with golden light that encircles the man's head. The white-robed woman standing before a half-built structure atop a cold mountain spur, her hands calloused as she is laying bricks upon a mortared wall. The same woman raising a golden mace above her head, a prayer upon her lips as a shadowed fortress looms above her, the silver statuette, sitting alone in a dark, cold tomb beneath a dark, twisted keep. The man, with wings white as the purest snow, alone on a mountaintop, a veil of mist shrouding his eyes from you. And as each of these images flicker across the back of your eyes, you can feel a surge of emotion. Humility, hope, defiance, sorrow that is so strong it rakes at your chest with long, bitter claws. But as quickly as they appeared, the visions fade. And when you blink your eyes, the room is returned to its former normal state.
Hmm. That was interesting.
Well, what do you got to say about it all? You're the smart ones, right?
That was
Just
a
clear
lot.
clarification
Yeah.
question. Are they the only ones who heard this entire exchange, or did everybody hear the exchange?
So you guys saw the cards flipping, and you all saw the images just then.
I think the
Okay.
thing we need is in Strahd's dungeon.
Yeah,
Can I get
I think it all comes down to Strahd. Strahd's influence is
and the abbot is controlled by a sorcerer.
um yes, who I'm
Yeah.
sure is in Strahd's back pocket, but we have a great opportunity to look in his dungeon during the
Dinner, yeah.
dinner
So it's
that
like we
he
gotta go.
invited us to. So, maybe if we find the artifact.
Yes.
Mm.
Tears will be looking for a statuette
Hey,
and
wait, guys. I think I heard something just outside the door. I'm gonna
As you
go.
say so, it shudders for a brief moment, as if it's being rattled in its frame. Then silence.
We open it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over and open the door and stand in the doorway. May I help you?
As you open the door, you can see Cloven and the two Bellevues who escorted you within the abbey are sprawled in a chaotic pile on the floor, all of their many limbs awkwardly tangled, and they're cursing and grumbling at each other and trying to untangle themselves before falling silent and still as you open the door and ask him what you doing. And Cloven, in case you forgot what he looked like, with his cute little baby sidekick
I
face,
hate it. Oh god, he's gonna do the pig thing.
his face flushes a deep, embarrassed crimson. Forgive us, we couldn't help but overhear some of your conversation.
Yes, you could. You could help.
Yeah, I think that's
You nosy
something
bastard.
you choose to do.
Oh, so you're
But
eavesdropping?
Dropping
we weren't
eaves.
we weren't dropping no eaves, honest. But we
Better pick him back up.
we just spent our whole lives within these walls. But you all seem like you've seen things beyond anything we could dream of. We
Yep.
just we thought you might be able to help us.
Help you with what? Stopping doing that thing?
Hold on. Step just inside the door. Just come here.
Oh, I
All
forgot
right.
I could make the steps being zoomed in.
Okay, now continue.
Just staring at him.
I thought she was punishing me.
Oh, the shadows are back.
Yes, all done. He slammed the door in Siegfried and Otto's face.
Well, they didn't come in, so I assumed that they weren't going to. So if they want to come in and be in it too, that's fine. But the door is shutting. There you go.
Kind of looks at
We
you
should
all
keep watch
nervously.
outside.
Who should keep watch outside?
I don't know, just in case some more eavesdroppers.
I have very keen hearing. I think it'll be okay.
Oh yeah, because these guys definitely didn't, you know. Anyway,
Continue. What do you need
What
help
is it
with?
you need help with?
Well, you see, you know a little bit about our family patriarch, Cyrus. Well, the abbot says he's been perfected, but, well, then he was taken away. We think he's at Castle Ravenloft now, but we don't know nothing else. Not how it happened, and not what perfection truly means. Nothing. If fate takes you to the castle, would you find him? Speak with him? Learn about what happened? We'd be deeply grateful. And if you bring us news of Cyrus, I promise you something real valuable.
And what might that be?
It's a secret. I can't tell you until you bring me what I need.
Can you
well,
tell us what Cyrus looked like when you last saw him?
Well, he looks a lot like me. He's just a sweet old man. He's just kind of hairy, small stature, bent over at the back.
Hmm.
well, if he looks like you, I'm sure we can find him. Pick him out in a crowd. I think it'll be fine.
And you just and you just need us to tell you what happened. Like there's nothing else you need.
Well, I guess if maybe he wants to come home, you could bring him home.
If Strahd will let him go.
We can't make any promises, but we can definitely do our best. And it would also be nice if you kept this little situation to yourself.
I promise,
If
no problem at all. We're gonna kill Strahd. I'm gonna burn his house down while we're there. That was my whole plan. Burn that motherfucker down.
You know he rides a horse that is on fire, right?
I don't
Yes?
see the connection between those two facts at all.
We are so screwed.
Oh,
While you're
But if we die,
here,
let's make it a good death.
Ah, we're gonna be fine.
what can you tell us about the abbot? Has he treated you well?
Oh. Well, the abbot, he's a wonderful man. He's so kind and caring. He looks after us all and the villagers below. He finds the best in us and makes
Thing
us
cut out?
all feel we have a place.
You watching the stream?
Place. He's working at his side, while
Voice acting.
everybody else just rejects me.
Seems like
Sounds
quite the
a
kind
little
man.
bit scripted, also. Does he tell you to say that? Or
Not at all. From all we know, we owe everything, all of our perfection to him. So, he's surely a good guy, but, well, we just want to know for sure.
Yeah.
But again, I'm gonna say we cannot tell the abbot about any of this. Got it?
Oh yeah, definitely not. He would be pretty cross if he found out about it.
Fucking bastard.
All right. So I guess we are looking for a long lost Cyrus.
Thanks a lot. We appreciate it. See you when you come back. And they collectively, in a scrabble, dart from the room.
I think he's doing the snorting thing on purpose. That whole thing, he didn't snort once.
So,
Well,
from the
thank
ritual, going through the questions. Who are you as the first? Priest turned upside down. I'm assuming corrupted.
Yes.
Second was a missionary. Also, or no, that one did not flip upside down.
No, it didn't.
And then a shepherd.
I was thinking that too, but then when the card flip thing, when it flipped upside down, it did the same thing when they asked what the abbot was.
Yes.
It said healer, then flipped upside down, then said
So means
A
broken
corrupted
one.
healer.
yeah.
I'm thinking
And
like
he's
past
been-
tense. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I'm
yours
sure
makes more
that
sense.
he came from like a background of healing, and then once, he has whatever curse upon him, he is now being used to kill.
Yeah, well,
Yes,
technically he
he's-
still is a healer. Yeah, so that makes sense.
Which, I mean, he is technically doing that because he is using souls to mend others. Like he's creating life.
He's being
It's-
puppeted by an enchanter who we assume to be Strahd.
Yes. Who is manipulating him
sense.
through an ancient artifact that he has in his house.
Well, it might not be through the artifact. It might be just the artifact will fix it.
Well, yeah, if we destroy the source of the curse, essentially. Kind of like when we broke the staff with all of the.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
That druid that we demolished.
Yeah. In theory.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to
the
see if we can find it.
possibilities. I'm sure we probably could if we could keep him
mean, we
occupied
got-
long enough.
I think me and Drell can get that. You distract Strahd, we got this.
Yeah, Drell's supposed to seduce him. Working on that
I will
slowly
do my
over there.
best.
He rips his clothes off and gets on top of the table.
like a wildebeest.
Straight Magic Mike moment.
He pours butter all over his butt. That's me in the corner.
Yeah, his lute turned into a saxophone.
Yeah, I'm sure there's one laying around in there
Okay,
For sure.
so
after I come back from that daydream.
So we learned what we needed with the little thing, and we have to go save the sun before dawn, you said. So I think maybe we might want to pack up and go handle that before it's too late.
Do you have any more theories about the answers of that reading? Oh, smart ones?
All right, let's go through step by step. We did the priest
So-
turned missionary turned shepherd. You had the abbot turned into a broken one. broken one is controlled by a marionette. Oh wait, um, the warrior and the executioner. What was that? What do you think? Kind of zoned out.
It seems it's how can we use the artifact once we find it? The cards for warrior and executioner, saying that we need with the next question, who do we need to kill? A broken one.
Yeah, the broken one.
Right, but
So we don't
But
need to destroy the artifact. We need to use it against the abbot.
that's being controlled. So does that mean we have to kill the abbot? No, or I thought we were trying to break whatever. Seems like a
Perhaps it's
contradiction.
saying that it can't be fixed, which I always knew that was a possibility,
Yes.
but, well, one can hope. If we gotta kill the man, we gotta kill the man.
Yeah, I guess
Yep.
that's one thing I'm sure we're going to figure out once we have the object.
Yes. Do
you
you have
think
any
maybe
additional insights?
do you think maybe the broken one might be the one that he expelled, the one that we're supposed to be looking for? Uh, what's his name? Cyrus.
No, I think that's unrelated.
What's mine? You said I couldn't fit any.
Could be.
And you put the other one
Unfortunately, I'm not really the best at interpreting, but I know the written meaning of the cards that flipped. I don't know if that's helpful for you or not.
That would be very helpful.
Yeah,
All right, so let's see here. Well, the first one it was the priest. Yeah, the priest.
Yeah.
The priest card represents enlightenment, and she's flipping through her journal here. Those who follow a deity or a system of values or a higher purpose.
Okay.
Which that sounds like a priest to me. That's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Let's see, hold on. And she flips. Missionary, those who spread wisdom and faith to others. That seems also self-explanatory. Or warnings of the spread of fear and ignorance. So that's interesting. Don't know if that means anything. Oh, and then the next one was the shepherd. Those who protect others. One who bears a burden far too great to be shouldered alone. Hey, that's a little bit more deep, emotional.
You said he was a
Let's see.
saint of the ghost was a saint?
Oh yeah,
Was
Saint Markovia. That's what this abbey is called, the Abbey of Saint Markovia.
Oh,
But when I asked that question, it did flip. Yeah, the diviner. So it's the pursuit of knowledge tempered by wisdom, truth and honesty, sages and prophecy. So maybe it's saying, yeah, that's me. I'm being honest.
yeah, that makes sense to me.
Who is the abbot? I said, and then it flipped over the.
Marionettes.
Does it have? Oh no, it was the broken one, the
Healer,
healer, then broken
yeah.
one.
Yes.
Contagious illness, disease, or curse. Could also mean that. Maybe it means illness, disease, or curse. Maybe he's a contagious curse. Does sound about right.
That card did flip over.
Oh, you're right. It did do that. Then let's see. The next one was the broken one. Defeat, failure, and despair. The loss of something or someone important, without which one feels incomplete. He lost this a healer who became a curse and lost his sense of self. Maybe. Don't know.
Wait, do you think he's actually cursed? Like affected magically, or do you think he's just like out of his mind from
no,
something that Strahd did?
I think
Well,
I think he might be cursed. And also, like, in regards to maybe Marinette, maybe he doesn't have any of his previous will, and he
Oh,
is being 100% manipulated. Because he has a
The
lot of
Marion,
mannerisms of Strahd.
on surface level, what does the marionette card mean?
It's a good
it
observation.
indeed. If you don't have inspiration, you may take some. Well, she's on the right track. Maybe the marionette card is the presence of a spy or a minion of some greater power. So, or like an encounter with a puppet or some type of underling. So, um, that's a tough one to puzzle. And then there's also the enchanter card, which it flipped after. So that's inner turmoil coming from confusion, fear of failure, or, oh, this is interesting, false information. Maybe the abbot was tricked?
That
I
also
don't think
seems
so.
like something Strahd would do.
I don't know. I like to just think that he's kind of evil, you know?
It
Well,
could
if
be
we
he
could
took
cure
the
him,
person that the
Yeah,
abbot
I know.
mourns.
Hmm.
I mean, he
He's
is
got
looking to
someone
marry.
prisoner?
We're going to the
Yeah.
dungeon
Oh,
anyway.
because it would be in the dungeon.
Let's see. Any of these other cards you need to know about for sure?
Yeah. What's the
Well,
artifact card?
Uh, the importance of some physical object that must be obtained, protected, or destroyed at all costs.
Hmm.
Let's see. And then I feel like the Dark Lord is pretty obvious. And dungeon, isolation and imprisonment. Sorry, I can't read. But also it could be conservative in thinking as to be a prisoner of one's own beliefs. Oh, that's the deep one.
any extra notes about warrior or executioner?
Oh yeah, let me see. Yeah, right. Oh no, that's wizard. Right here. Yeah, right here says warrior, strength and force personified, violence. Those who use force to accomplish their goals. So maybe it's saying that we must be a unified force of strength. I think we're doing all right so far.
And the
And
executioner?
the imminent death of one rightly or wrongly convicted of a crime, false accusations, and unjust prosecution. But it didn't flip, so I don't think it's false or unjust.
Hmm.
Better than nothing, though, I suppose. Spirits
Yeah.
never really give you a straight answer. Well, if we're serious about all this, then I'm gonna need to swing by my wagon at Lake Baratok. There's some supplies we'll want on hand. The spell scroll of remove curse, like you asked for. Uh, Spell scroll of major image in case we need a distraction. Spyglass so we can keep an eye on things. Got a handful of silvered crossbow bolts. If there's anything y'all need to figure out around town, I suggest you take a bit of time to tie up loose ends, just in case one or more of us doesn't make it back.
Nothing I can think of. Anyone else?
I can't think of anything.
Yeah, I don't specifically have anything I need. I have everything I need on
Oh,
my
I've been meaning
person.
to ask you, how was your trip to that when we were feeding all the pigs and stuff?
Oh yes, the gazebo. And um we found a gazebo that may match the description of one of the,
Oh, the lake with the sweet water.
yeah, that one. We did find that, so
Yes.
we need to revisit that. Absolutely, we do.
Well, it's a little while till dawn.
How far is it from the Baron's residence? Because that's where we were, right? That's where the lake was.
Yeah.
Was like just
It's like
outside the
just on
Baron's
the east.
residence.
Yeah, it was just on the east side of town.
Yeah. So, but how far away is the den that we're looking for from that area?
Well, first we gotta get to my wagon. It's about 15 miles from here.
Right.
But it's a couple hours till nightfall, so you've got some time to do what you need if you need to do some stuff.
Yeah, back to the let's go back to the lake and then we can go from there.
All right. Yeah, we definitely want to get at least like a wineskin of that water.
Sparkly water.
Yes.
What kind of setup have you got on your wagon there, Esmeralda?
What you mean?
I mean, you got horses, mules, donkey.
I got a horse.
Sweet, you got a horse and wagon. You can show me. Let me get some practice in. I'm learning how to do it.
Oh. Uh, I wasn't planning on bringing the wagon with us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries. I'm just interested in doing that. Um,
If
but you
it
know all
comes
this
up,
other.
yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, all this other stuff with the cards and interpreting omens, I'm definitely tuned in on that too. It's just land vehicles is interesting to me. You seem like a nice person, Esmeralda. I'm glad to have you around.
Seems so bad yourself. If maybe some of you's maybe a little strange, but it's all right. All right. So meet me just after dusk. How about?
We
Um.
have. I don't suppose we'd have enough time between now and then for a long rest, would we?
Well, I was actually, now that you're thinking about it, we ought to get to, now that I'm thinking about it, we ought to get to a good vantage point and sort of camp there before it's nighttime. So why don't you meet me here just after 4 o'clock? I don't think that's enough time for you to get a good night's sleep, I'm afraid.
Okay. Well, short rest at least.
Yeah, I'll meet you at the gates of Kresk, and we'll head out from there.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Best of luck, everyone. And she'll get to packing up her things and cleaning up that circle of chalk.
All right. We want to head to the lake.
Yeah.
We do.
I need to hand off that flower crown if we get the chance, but other than that, yeah.
Yeah, don't forget about the gold.
My
All right.
mutation, man.
You're all heading downstairs then?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alrighty, Roo, everybody. Heads down and moving maps.
Sorry, I had to step away from my computer real quick, but I got y'all on Discord, so I can still interact.
Okie dokie. Where's Alcina? You
Yes,
descend the
absolutely.
stairs, and the hello. The golem is still nearby.
Hey, wait, I lean into Glacier. Glacier, what was her name? What was the girl's name?
I don't remember, man. There's
Yeah,
literally
take
no
that.
one worse you could have leaned into for that one.
You were the one who gave her relationship advice. You didn't get her name.
No, I mean, I'm certain that I did. I just forgot. I'm sorry.
Jarrell, what was her name?
I would probably remember her name, but I don't have my notes in front of me right now.
Can make a history check, Alcina.
I didn't remember her name. I didn't write down her name.
That's
Haha.
just cruel. For the love of fuck. You know that her name is Basilka.
Vasilka. Yes, Vasilka. She gave me this, and I rummage in my bag and I pull out my garland of flowers and I hand it over. She gave me this for you to show you that she cares about you. And she didn't want the abbot to know. So here you go.
I give him a thumbs up.
She is
And an
afraid you are lonely. Wants to know that you are thought of.
Also an encouraging smile.
It looks at the delicate. What the fuck is happening?
You always
it's
hear the
crazy.
people freaking out outside.
Yeah.
It regards the delicate flowers with a blank, uncomprehending stare. And its expression, if you can even call it that, remains unchanged. Its dead eyes fixed on the offering without the slightest flicker of recognition.
Okay, can I try to
Oh.
gently put it on him?
Sure.
That's so sad. He doesn't even understand.
It makes no sound, nor does it show any sign of understanding the significance of what's happening, but it complies and allows you to place the garland around its neck. And as you stare at it, its very vibrant, lively wildflowers are very starkly contrasting against the golem's cold and lifeless skin. It looks very out of place.
I think if the abbot sees that, I think it could get people in trouble.
Oh, we could just say that we gave it to him.
It's very true.
He was
He
looking
needed some
very
flair.
glum.
Yeah, I'll tell him I did it. I don't give a fuck. I'm very disappointed that it sounds like we're not going to kill him.
Glum or that abbot?
Abbott, I want to break his
Oh.
fucking head open.
But it might
Well,
not be
I mean,
his fault.
the had the executioner card.
Well, you know what? Maybe we could cure him and bring him back to the light side and then murder him.
That's brutal.
That seems
If we're
counterproductive.
Also,
bringing
maybe
him-
we shouldn't discuss this in front of his golem.
He's super funny. Okay,
The
yeah, you're
golem
right. Let's just doing the thing again. Can I try gently poking the golem in the face and see if he's paying attention at all?
Oh, I'm gonna bat his finger away. We're gonna leave the poor golem alone.
Yeah, we're just gonna take our win and leave.
Yeah, we can discuss this elsewhere.
Okie dokie.
Please don't provoke the golem.
Yeah, okay. Agreed.
Good. Glad we're on the same page. Love it.
As always.
Isaac, what you doing over there in the corner? Come on.
Yep.
Is that like flies that I hear? Are there flies
It
surrounding
was.
the golem?
Not the golem, but there are flies in general, disgusting, nasty, strange smells in this like vestibule that you guys come down into after being upstairs.
Nasty.
I don't like that.
Golem do anything if we try and walk down this hallway?
Um, yes, he definitely steps in front of the path and doesn't willingly allow either of you to pass.
Okay. So,
You think
good
we
to
should go
know.
see the girl before we leave? Tell her what happened.
Probably best to wait till we get back so she doesn't just have more anxiety.
Yeah, she might see him with the necklace, so.
Okay. Now let's get out of here. Plus, we
Damn
don't
it,
know
I
the
was muted again.
current whereabouts.
Oh.
I said that we should address her about the necklace once we have to come back to give her her wedding dress.
True.
All right, you guys heading out? Cloister?
It's Cloven's
Yeah.
right here. Hey, your buddy, the golem there, was looking pretty glum. Uh, I'd been picking
Help me.
flowers on the way and thought he could use a little bit of flair. So enjoy. Just kind of nod at him.
Oh, well, all right. Sure.
Speaking of,
Thanks.
does he talk to anyone? Because he seemed to like not have any cognitive understanding at all.
Yeah, that's because he's stupid. He doesn't have anything up there. He just has enough just to follow orders.
Oh, I see.
That's not a way to talk to your brethren like that. I'm appalled.
We are related in no way, but all right.
Mm.
All right. So gazebo.
Gazebo. You guys head out down the wiggity winding road and through the village to make it to the beautiful pool. For those who were not here before, the pool here is beautiful, breathtaking, even in the most pleasant of lands, let alone the dreary, dreary existence that is Barovia. The water is shimmering and sparkling even in the dim daylight. And beside that shore is an old gazebo and massive disrepair, with a wooden statue of a mournful, bare-chested man, arms outstretched.
Forgot about the statue. Is that like in the center?
It is. This is just the roof, but yeah.
I want to inspect it.
Okay.
See if there's anything of interest about the statue.
Not somebody you recognize. Nor does it seem to belie any hidden meaning of any kind.
Well, I will empty my water skin, and I'm going to fill it up with water from this lake.
I never wanted to jump into water so bad in my life.
Do it. You can go for
Do
a
it, I
swim.
dare you.
Dare me?
Yeah, I dare you. Bet you won't.
Bet I won't. I strip off my top, and you just see a big tattoo that says "Mom" with a heart in it on my back. And then I'm gonna do a run start, and I'm gonna jump into the lake.
Yeah. You dig your feet into the dirt and gravel, like over here. And you get a running start. You weave through Gleister Isaac, and you leap from the shore and splash down into that water, my guy. You leave an eruption of water. Alstena gets a little bit of a spray. And the water just feels as though it's caressing you. It's as though you're being touched and tickled by 1,000 sweet angels' fingertips. And one pedophilic clown.
This water's a pervert.
You get a bit of it in your mouth, and it tastes fresh, a bit sweet. Just absolutely divine.
This is the best thing ever.
I wonder if this entire lake is been sanctified.
Made out of God's tears.
So, what are we doing? This pool? What is the significance?
I don't know.
We received a prophecy on our way here. We have 4 tasks that should help us with Strahd. One of them
Said-
is to find the water aglow behind the walls of man. Or beyond the walls of man. We
Well,
believe this might be that water.
Wait, is it like in the water?
Yeah, it says, find water aglow with the light of the sun hidden behind the walls of man. So,
Oh, you think it's the water
it's like,
itself?
yeah, it's like shimmery, it's like glittery.
We've already found Rudolph von Richten, the hunter of hunters. Need to
Find the house of the
still have to
dragon.
find, yeah, Argon Vostholt.
Oh, and a heart once pure corrupted by hatred. That might be the abbot. Says, card tells of a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope. I see the house of a dragon and a heart once pure corrupted by hatred. Bring the light of the house and peace to the heart, and you will have your protection from the devil on high. So if we can free the
Ooh.
abbot, maybe he might help protect us against Strahd in return.
I did not consider that.
you just swimming around, Jeeves?
Yeah,
Anything else in there?
Not
Leister
dive?
is watching him, ready to be a
Um,
lifeguard, even though I'm wearing full plate mail. I would not be of much help.
How deep is this lake?
It's a bit difficult to tell. You shout out to Jeebus the same question.
And I
You
pop
dip
my
your face in the water for a sec. Yeah. Give me a
Yeah.
perception check.
All right.
It's not too far. Maybe 15, 20 feet.
Like, do you think that if I were to go into my water form of the hunter shark, I would be too large to see if maybe there's anything at the
No.
bottom of the lake?
I mean, if you
Well-
were a wild shark, it would severely impact your wild behaviors. But you're not, and so I think you'd be okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go shark form and jump into the water and see if there's anything at the bottom of the lake that might give us some other sort of significance.
Okay. Yeah. You go shork and you begin to swim your little fishy way through the surprisingly clear waters once the sediment from your jump and Jeeves' jump has settled. And you follow the gentle slope downward of the pool to the very center where it is deepest. And visible is a very small chest.
I am gonna gently grab it and bring it back to shore with my teeth, obviously, but very gentle.
Okay. Ooh, I'm excited. You bring it back to the shore and you relinquish your shark form and present it to the rest of the group. It
What you got
is
there?
sealed up
Uh,
tight with a padlock.
I found this chest. I wondered if maybe there was more significance, so I decided to just do a little lap around the lake. And this is what I found, but does anybody want to try their hand at trying to maybe pick the lock?
Yeah, I can try it. Hold on, let me go. Let me get my stuff. Hold on. Yeah, got it. Lockpick tools, got it. All right.
You sure you don't want to just start off by having Drill blasted with Eldritch Blast?
Surely nothing could go wrong.
Yeah, that worked every single time. Let me just try to unlock it.
Yeah, tell that to the poor old man that I had that nice I had to put back together. She told me all about it. It was very
He's
traumatizing for
alive.
her.
He is alive.
That we know of.
He was alive. Last we saw him.
It's sleight of hand, right?
It is.
Okay. Hopefully this thing doesn't blow up like that door did.
Listen,
You fiddle around in that lock, and after a moment, it pops.
Sweet.
Let's go every time.
You open the lid.
Glowing light.
Like seeing-
Inside is a very old journal.
Ooh.
Very old journal. It is in disrepair, but it doesn't seem to be currently water damaged.
I'm gonna
I like
gingerly
books.
open it.
The journal?
Yes.
You open the cover. You find words printed there on the page.
Oh, words.
Can we read it out loud?
Anybody is more than welcome to. Or
I
if you'd like
can.
me to, I can.
I can since I'm the one
Jesus.
who opened it. Um, I
Please. Alcena opens it up and she sees.
It says, I am the ancient, I am the land. My beginnings are lost in the darkness of the past. I was the warrior, I was the good and just. I thundered across the land like the wrath of a just God, but the war years and the killing years wore down my soul as the wind wears stone into sand. All goodness slipped from my life. I found my youth and strength gone, and all I had left was death. My army settled in the valley of Barovia and took power over the people in the name of a just God, but with none of a God's grace or justice. I called for my family, long unseated from their ancient thrones, and brought them here to settle in the castle Ravenloft. Ooh. Um, they came with a younger brother of mine, Sergei. He was handsome and youthful. I hated him for both. From the families of the valley, one spirit shone above all others, a rare beauty who was called perfection, joy, and treasure. Her name was Tatiana, and I longed for her to be mine, but the old one was my name to her, elder and brother also. Her heart went to Sergei. They were betrothed, the date was set. With words she called me brother, but when I looked into her eyes they reflected another name, death. It was the death of the aged God, or aged that she saw in me. She loved her youth and enjoyed it, but I had squandered mine, and so I became to hate death, my death. But I would not be called Death so soon. I made a pact with Death. On the day of the wedding, I killed Sergei, my brother, and sealed my pact with his blood. I found Tatiana weeping in the garden east of the chapel. She fled from me, and I pursued. Finally, in despair, she flung herself from the walls of Ravenloft, and I watched everything I ever wanted fall from my grasp forever. It was 1,000 feet through the mists. No trace of her was ever found, and not even I know her final fate. Arrows from the castle guards pierced me to my soul, but I did not die, nor did I live. I became undead forever. I have studied much since then. Vampire is my new name. I still lust for life and youth, and I curse the living that took them from me. Even the sun is against me, but little else can harm me now. Even a stake through my heart does not kill me, though it holds me from movement. But the sword that cursed sword that Sergei brought, I must dispose of that awful tool. I fear and hate it as much as the sun. I have learned much too about this land of Barovia. Ancient are its ways, ancient beyond the knowledge of simple folk of the valley. Ancient gods dwelt in this valley long before my coming, and three hidden fangs still give tribute to their memories. I visited the swamp fane, the forest fane, and the mountain fane, and claimed their power for my own. Their servants now serve me, and thus I have become the land. Since my passage into eternity, I have often hunted for Tatiana. I have I have even felt her within my grasp, though she fled from me once again. But she could not run forever, and I have nothing but time. I write this now to crystallize my rage in in the face of time's bitter winds. As the chill of the grave grips my heart, I feel all that I was leave me, the death of the man and the birth of the immortal. Yet this memory shall persevere, as a scion of that righteous fury. I shall bury the past and so begin anew. I now reside far below Ravenloft. I live among the dead and sleep beneath the very stones of this hollow castle of despair. I have abandoned the riches of my conquest beneath the toll of the belfry, sealed behind a reminder of the treasure I once lost. Yet one day I shall rise again from the ashes of my glory and reclaim what is rightfully mine. And then it looks like there's a bunch of strange symbols here. Does anybody know what these mean?
Um, I'll take a look at it.
I'll slide it over.
You can make an Arcana check if you like.
I shall. My rolls are so mid.
You recognize none of them, sadly.
Let me
Let's go with
see.
an inspiration. Oh, you want to take a look first?
Yeah, let me see.
Unfortunately, whatever magic these are is simply one that is beyond your knowledge.
Sorry, dude.
Now, if you're gonna
I'm gonna
try
use.
again, you want a bardic inspiration?
Sure.
Yeah, I
It'll work
give
on a skill
Darrell.
check.
Does it? I think.
Yeah, it'll for skill checks.
Yeah,
And
cool.
All
Jib
right,
is just
so
over there just hyping him up. You can't
Like,
do
you got this,
it.
man. I'm like, I'm rubbing his shoulders, like, you got this, dude.
there we
Oh, there you
go.
go.
Oh man, you don't even need it.
Oop,
You rack your brain, flipping through the
27.
pages, and
I know everything.
unfortunately, despite really giving you your all, you don't know what any of them mean specifically. However, you recognize that a few of them almost make you think of this mystical force you read of briefly, a single passage in a single book one time, called the Dark Powers.
All right. I will say that aloud.
Huh.
I don't like the sound of that. Don't like the sound of that at all.
I wonder why she threw this box in a lake. This lake specifically, this one.
Well, that's a great question, but that's the proper origin story of Strahd. This is a huge bit of lore right here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should start reading it to him at dinner and see how it goes.
So we heard you killed your brother Sergey. Is he the only man you've ever envied, by the way? I
Yeah.
assume so, right?
All right, check.
Because
Maybe
it
the
was
broken one we're looking
bang.
for is Sergei's broken soul.
But we gotta definitely find that sword.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a magic sword. I would love a magic sword. I can
Yeah,
never. I only do half damage to everything.
that's a requirement that we need that sword.
Free DM tip in case it's not already mentioned, though it could be on someone's mind already.
Yeah,
Not free DM tip, not free DM tip. Inspiration DM tip, sorry.
I I
I
think
already
that
used mine.
we saw a sword, didn't we? Doesn't Van Richten have a
Huh?
special sword? It was somebody has a special sword.
I don't recall a special sword.
Paige the player recalls a sword, but Alcena the character wouldn't.
Oh, you think it's from Nice at Times?
It was absolutely from Nice at Times. I
Hmm.
think it was right around that same time. I'm struggling. Um, I don't have it in my notes, but I want to say that not from the death house, but it was after that, maybe around like the Lady Wachter days, or was I Alcena for that? I don't remember. I think I switched
No, you
You
right
were.
were.
after that. Because I switched right when we left that city.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it was right after she Lady washed her. That's the woman we killed at the festival, right?
Yeah, like
Yep.
Darrell
the
killed.
huge giant
It was
riot
yeah. It was
Dark vengeance her behind my back.
it was directly after that.
that I
Like
switched.
because we
Right.
went we went to her house
It was
before we left the
absolutely
city.
it was absolutely before that, but I can't remember which scenario. I want to
I can promise you beyond everything that is good and holy, I will never let you miss out on one of these items. Just if that helps you at all.
Huzzah!
Hey, he's back.
I'm on my phone while my computer's being stupid.
Ah, genius.
And my cat hates it because now the cat can hear us and she's very annoyed.
but I mean, I am correct though. We have encountered it before. I just can't remember exactly where.
Does
No.
anyone have inspiration for the DM tip? 'Cause
I
I
do
don't.
not.
I'll use mine.
You just read about 3 gods that exist no longer, whose servants were made to serve him, whom he essentially murdered.
Oh, the sisters.
Ains?
The
Perhaps
heads?
it has something more to do with that. Help the land find its peace, and it shall reward you with the power you seek. You've not yet helped the land find its peace, so you do not yet have an encounter with the reward that you seek.
Oh,
You are being told to start in an amber palace of darkness.
oh, the Amber Palace. The Amber Temple thing. Yeah, we knew about that one.
Yeah.
You
Things
can
are starting to
imagine-
come
Gorge.
together, huh?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the ruined mansion, isn't it?
No.
Order of the Silver. No.
Well, yeah, because we're
Different one.
looking
That's
for
the I
a
see the
weapon of
house of a
vengeance.
dragon and a heart once pure.
Yeah,
Uh,
what we're looking for is a sword, is the card of power and strength that tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight. I see the shrines of murdered gods. Help the land find its peace, and it shall reward you with the power you seek. Start an ember palace of darkness. So we
That's the sword that was described in the Tome of Strahd, yes.
correct.
And does the
Okay.
Amber Temple have a connection to the brother? Because Ben Rick had said something about that, right?
Yeah. He said we would find Strahd either at the tomb of his father or his brother. I think that's what you remember in there.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
definitely remember the brother being brought up before.
So his brother is the only one he's ever envied. I remember that being a thing.
Yeah,
Which is where
and
you
that's
shall
his
find
brother's.
the devil.
Yes.
Which they say Strahd is the devil, so I'm assuming it's at Strahd's house, even though he killed him.
Well, I'm sure it'll appear sometime. Well, I'm sure we'll get our hands on it.
There are more things to discover.
Yes. Quite the discovery you've made, Elsina. Thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome. I just had a thought, and I just wanted to make sure we weren't gonna miss anything.
Oh man, that must be new.
What?
Oh, he's
I'm
being a
just-
shitter because you said you had a thought.
Oh. Oh, so you do think I'm stupid. I got you. I got your number.
I literally said I did earlier.
Only Jeeves does. The rest of us think you're very smart. I mean, I don't think. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm being sincere. I would think that you're smarter than me, although that's probably not setting the bar very high.
I'll say none of the things
Make
you're
sure you
being
add that
asshole.
to your inventory, please.
Oh, the journal.
Yes, 3 pound.
Heavy book.
I wonder if
It is
he
his home.
sees Tatiana and Irina.
Oh wait, what? Say it again. I'm sorry.
Said I wonder if Strahd sees something of Tatiana and Irina.
Ooh, maybe is Irina a descendant of Tatiana?
Possibly.
It's a good thought. I like where you're going with that.
And what was the
What was that screaming? Do we actually hear
I have
that, or is
no idea why that was on.
okay?
wild?
Just double checking.
I was like, this is Barovia.
And what was
Fucking-
the dark something within the formula that I arcana'd?
Oh, the dark powers. That is quite literally what you know, the name of
Okay.
them. They are just a mystical force, or sometimes divvied up into separate like deities.
Okay.
But typically they're more like Hinduism, multiple parts of one god kind of thing.
Do we know of
Okay.
any sort of shrine that worships 3 gods?
We did see. Where is it? My notes. There's a wolf head with 3 somethings.
Oh, that's the one
Oh
we
yeah,
saw
that
before
was
the wine wizards, right?
yeah.
That was when the what?
Right
Oh,
before we
that's
went to the
Muriel we saw
winery.
the. Yeah,
Yes.
It was like
it's like
on the
a wolf
path
and
on the
3
way.
stars or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we passed a carving of a wolf over a 3-pointed star.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And then
maybe.
there's also the
But
3 gems.
there was a path though, right? Like past that, we went past that extra path to go to the winery.
That's
We
where you
didn't.
met Kevin.
Wait, who?
Kevin?
Oh, the ghost dude.
Yeah. Spirit guy
Maybe
with the spear.
maybe he would know um where to find that temple. Muriel, do you have
Couldn't hurt
anything
to
to add
ask.
over there? You seem to have outside knowledge of other things like you did with the spirit. Do you know any of this?
I mean, we've often heard about the Thanes, but they're more of like a story.
Can you tell it to me?
Well, I don't even have so much of a story. It's one of the Mardukov people. There's this lullaby that she sings.
Oh, that lullaby that the winery family was singing, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
and the ghost told us that whole long story about him.
That's not really a religious type myself.
Well, apparently she can be found in a ring of stone. It's
Mm,
mentioned 3 times in that lullaby, if I remember.
I have a note in here that says Sphere is in the tomb of King Dostrad, marked by the pillar stone of Ravenloft, and we had to take it to the shrine of Lady's Waterfall and bathe it in the spring.
Yes, I do remember that.
I don't remember of a sphere though. Do we have that? Or do we not
then
have
we had to
that?
get it.
Mm-mm.
Is that
I think
maybe
it's on the list.
one of the maybe the artifact that we're looking for to help the abbot? Because it sounds like
That
No,
Or-
or
that
is
was
that
from the
something
Wine
else?
Wizards.
I need to better label my
um,
notes.
yeah, mine are kind of jumbled too.
I remember
Um,
talking about it with the leader of the Wine Wizards, but I cannot remember what we needed it, like the reason. He told us how to do it. I know he told us where to get it, and it was an important reason.
yeah, we have to get the entrance to Saldov lies where the two waterfalls meet. Crowded a miss and protect it. It's a token from the ladies is needed to gain entry.
A token from the what?
Token of the ladies is needed to gain entry. It's a sphere that can be found in the tomb of King Dastron, which is found in the pillar stone of Ravenloft.
Well, sounds like he might know a thing or two. He did say of the ladies.
Yeah, so I'm assuming it's the three gods that we are talking about. Wait, hold on. Let me go back to the journal. Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
So glad you guys decided to come back here.
Yeah, me too.
I'm glad I made that good segue.
Yeah, it was not scripted or anything at all. It's honestly, it was stressing me a little bit. I kept bringing up the pool
I was
as many times as possible. Otherwise, I was going to have to make up some fuck ass reason for you guys to come back to Crest.
I was
well,
like thinking about it. I was like, okay,
we were
I
gonna
know.
talk about it. I was just gonna wait until we long rested and whatnot and got past like the Esmeralda thing, and I was gonna be like, oh yeah, hey, by the way, like once we had to sit down, but I didn't know that we were gonna like go immediately to
I
save
felt like
some
after like
werewolves.
anything else you want to do in town before you leave, I was like,
Yeah.
I was also at
feel like
that
that's
same time
a
putting a
good.
movie on for Carter, so I was only half part in that.
I was like, that's pretty. I feel like that's pretty a good opportunity.
Pointed, yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to.
And so we think the three ladies are the ones, or who do we think the ladies are? The hags?
The
The three
Fanes.
gods. So,
Oh, okay,
um,
From the song.
from yes,
gotcha.
And from the tome, he mentions the three Fanes by name.
yeah.
Yes,
I'm
Right.
trying to find that really quickly. Give me just one
I
sec.
think Van Richten would love
Fane of
this
the
book.
swamp, of the mountains, and of the forest.
Remember the
And
Oh, the
ghost
Fanes.
was
Yeah.
telling us how they were the gods of Barovia before, Strahd and Ravenloft and all that.
yes, so we need to find these three Fanes and put them at peace so that we can find the sword. And they can be found, according to the lullaby, in a ring of stone in each of those areas.
We also
Haven't we seen a ring of the tree? That
who
messed up tree, was that in a ring of stone?
At Yester Hill.
Yeah.
yeah, like that old tree, the dead tree.
Were we
Yeah,
backed off?
yeah. I have a note that said that it won't kill us, but that's all I have noted. Is Legolia's tree is old, hungry, but won't bother.
Uh,
Yeah, was that in a ring of stone?
It says I live in
Not that one.
Okay. Thought I
You're
remember
thinking
seeing a ring of stone.
there was like a big wall of like stone on either
Okay.
side of you when you were fighting all the druids and during their ritual.
Oh, that is true.
that Strahd really wanted us to sideways not allow to happen in his weird backwards way that he does. Basically told us to stop it without telling us to stop it. if you guys picked up on that. So,
Oh yeah.
I did not.
well, because
Well,
if he
they
really
weren't
wanted
up
it to
to
happen,
anything.
he would have stopped us. Like, but instead, he mocked us and her.
Yeah, that's true. It was like, I'm not mad about it.
Right. He's like,
He's actually
I'm
secretly
just
mad
gonna
about
sit
it.
back and watch with my popcorn. My popcorn is basically what he did.
Yeah, I'm just gonna Empire Hill. Yeah,
I don't know who that was talking, but that was really mumbled and
It was. I didn't hear not one word
that
of
might have
that.
been me.
behind it.
God damn it, Greg.
It wasn't me this time.
It was
Is my
not
mic
you this
is my
time. I
mic
didn't think so.
okay?
Yes,
Yeah,
you're better now.
I can hear you now.
Oh yeah. I'm getting over like a weird cold, so my voice is kind of going in and out.
God damn it.
So do we want to try to revisit Yesser Hill and that stone circle?
Yeah, we have to pass it on the way to Strahd's house anyways, so we could make a
Yeah.
pit stop before the dinner. Which
Okay.
how
How
many
many
more
more
days
days
do we
until
have
then?
that? Yes.
I said first.
Stop.
I said it
Get
first.
out of my head.
It is marked on your handy dandy calendar. But you have 4 days left.
4 days. Okay. So
Today is the
yes.
last day of the week, and you're at about 1 p.m. The dinner is on the 4th evening of next week.
Maybe we leave in 3 days, get a little extra time in, and go to the hill before we go to his house.
Sounds good. I also think that we should there was a for the wedding dress. We saw a wedding dress at some point. Do you guys remember?
There was.
Wasn't it at Lady Walker's house? Or was there a
Oh,
shop that we saw? I know there
There
was something.
there was a shop in the town, and then I don't know if there's a wedding dress, but the one Navarro went to first and sold a bunch of stuff. I don't remember if there was a wedding dress or not.
I bought all my children's clothing.
But there might have been a dress at her house. I don't really recall.
Because
That doesn't ring any
wasn't it
bells, to be honest.
History
Nysa
check,
and
anybody?
Jeebus? Nysa and Jeebus
What?
went up into their closet.
I remember Bones and
Jesus Christ, Joe.
I'll,
Bad luck
I'll
I
roll.
today.
have to use
I'll
inspiration
roll.
to get a good roll, apparently.
Apparently.
I can try to remember if there's anything in her closet.
So here's the
That'd be-
thing.
Yeah.
I don't think you saw the wedding dress, Jubis. I don't think you were with them.
Oh,
Oh, so then it wasn't Lady Walker's house then. Because that would be
because
the
if it
only
was,
way.
it is. Yeah,
If it
because I was
was,
all
you
up
would
in
have
her
been there.
closet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I was all up in her
So
closet in her room.
Glacier, take a gander at it. See if you can remember. Think really hard.
Take a gander at this. Nothing.
You know what? I feel like Glacier probably might be inclined to have thought of something like that. Like, oh, what a lovely wedding dress. Can I have a history check or whatever?
Please do.
Straight D20 roll.
Yay!
Nice.
Hey.
Nice.
So you remember on one of your tromps through the hall that there was a wedding dress very fancily displayed on a stand at the burgomaster of Valaki's house.
Do you mean the one that we burned down?
Which one? Oh, maybe that one.
Yeah, that one did burn down.
Oh,
But yeah,
Well,
he
the
would have
place.
remembered that.
Isaac, didn't you live there?
Yes, I lived there. What about it?
Did that guy have a wedding dress? Well, I mean, it would be gone now.
Unless
I
someone
mean,
looted it.
not necessarily.
Oh, we could go back to Valaki and check, and I bet you Mallory recovered it and fixed it all up, and he can present it to us.
And now he wears it, haunting the people of the village at night.
That would be so funny.
I do recall such a dress. The burgomaster's wife was very fond of it, said it was precious memories.
Oh, we never checked on her, too. Her mind might have been shattered. Remember we prevented them from throwing her on the funeral pyre?
I did. I do. And then I tried to give her a dagger so she could go kill Lady Walker for us. And some very poetic justice, but
That was a
yeah,
weird
apparently
experience.
she does not know how to use dagger. She tried
Bad
holding both
roll.
in the end.
Bad luck.
That would have been just the
Oh,
chef's
geez.
kiss of that moment.
It would have.
Oh yeah,
It's very unfortunate.
it was a crazy series of events.
Yes, it was. Yes, indeed. It
I'm
was.
still unpacking all that.
All right, so we need
That
to
was your
go
first
rescue the
adventure
sun
with us.
first.
That's what I meant, Isaac.
Then
Have
Yeah.
fond memories.
need to rescue the kid. Go back to Valaki, see if anyone looted the dress and saved it from the burning house.
All within 4 days, mind you. So we gotta go save the werewolf kid first, and then we'll go back to Valaki, make our way all the way back here.
Well, the dress is not a strict time frame thing. You know, it's not like we're on a timer for that.
So we don't know for sure that that is the only dress in anywhere in
Either.
Barovia.
That
Yeah,
is
we
that's
can
what
true.
I'm
keep our eyes. We can keep our eyes open for other dresses.
Yeah, people get
and
married all the
Jeeves
time.
is-
We could just swipe one.
that I'm not saying we should steal things, but Jeeves is totally correct that we should keep our eyes out, and there is a time frame, and this one isn't one of the things that has a time frame.
Hey, maybe there's a tailor in town. You never know.
But yeah, those goddamn werewolves
There's a tailor
are
in
gonna.
Valaki too. But yeah, kid first.
Yeah, goddamn werewolves. They're gonna be jumping ship. We gotta get to them.
Oh yeah.
Fuck them up. Oh my god, I got a silver longsword. I can't wait to do full damage to those pieces of shit.
All right,
Oh wait, does
So-
everyone have silver?
I have a magic dream sword.
Well, I
Yeah.
know you do.
Nisa gave me all of her silver crossbow bolts.
Okay.
I got magics.
Yeah, that does it too.
So I can hand those off because I will probably absolutely be in animal farm.
In your
Are
wild
they
form,
crossbow?
yeah, they're crossbow
Oh, I
bolts.
have a short bow.
Yeah, it keeps fucking us up.
Yeah, you won't be able to hurt the werewolves as much if you're in an animal form.
Well, that was what I was going to say. Magic would be fair game, but we definitely need to give somebody else has silver something, don't they? I have a silver longsword. Oh shit! Mallory has that silver short sword, and he ran off with it. Piece of shit. I could give Isaac my silver dagger because he's in the same boat. So is Muriel. Shit. And Esmeralda is not coming with us on this, right?
I think she is.
So she is.
There she is.
She just
Yeah, we
had to
have
go
to
to her
move her.
wagon.
Oh, sweet.
But I'm sure she's got all kinds of stuff.
God damn
Yeah,
it,
she's
I
a
wish
monster hunter.
Yeah, no,
we never have any downtime, or else I could finally make those vampire hand daggers, which would count as magical.
How long would that take? We got some time before nightfall. We got to meet her at 4, so
No, Grim is going to tell us that it's going to be a real splash of cold water. Lay it
yeah.
on the Grim.
For which item are we talking about specifically? Most items have specific rules.
Those hands, vampire
fuck.
vampire hands make daggers. It's like I guess the blade is the middle finger of the vampire hand.
Oh, ew. That is
I
not
do
a good
not
visual.
have any.
I didn't make that up. You said they were daggers.
No, I know. I believe you. But I don't have an answer right now.
Okie dokie.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna
Good to
look.
you,
Maybe
okay?
it's in the monster.
Oh yeah.
Would you sprint here?
Yeah.
No, dear. All right, vampire, vampire spawn, vampire claws, not hands, and it takes a full 8 hours.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, we just
How
we're
many
always
hours?
on like 8.
Damn.
Full 8. Yeah, we're always on such a tight time frame in this game. But I
Is that
wish we
8
could.
hours like consecutively, or can you break it up?
You can break it up.
All right, well then, fair enough. However much longer we have to wait until our meeting, could I try farting around for one of those vampire claws?
Yes.
Tinker's tools.
Tinker's tools. You do have a whetstone. So, and you own a dagger. So I think it's pretty reasonable for you to be able to work on like whittling them, into things.
Wings. All right, can I do it with Dex?
You don't need to make a roll. Unless
Oh.
if you want to make
Oh.
the risk of breaking it completely.
No, no. If I don't have to make a roll, that's the best thing I've ever heard of. No, sorry. All right. Well, then, yes. This is going to be my new thing that I do between the scenes is whittle away at my vampire claw daggers. Boy, Jeebs, you're just a visionary, man. I would have never thought of this.
You're welcome.
All right. So we spend the next. It's 1 o'clock, so you got 3 hours.
Woo!
To work on your vampire claws.
So we're taking a short rest then if I just sit there and watch him and do nothing.
Yeah. You cannot take one.
Woo, me?
Oh, that was wrong. Yeah, because you're working on it, but the rest of them
Okay.
can.
Okay, so I still don't have my strength back then. In that case, I will only do 2 hours and then take a short rest. How's that?
Okay, yep.
And can I have my strength back? Yay! No.
What was the,
Yes.
Oh yeah, from the shadows.
Yeah, it was cursing at me about over my weight limit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Hooray!
All right. You guys head up and meet Esmeralda at the gate, who certainly bitches and moans a little bit about how long you took to arrive. Before leading you on out of town. Smell of that. You guys begin making your way. You cross over the bridge and veer off the path just beyond into a junction
There
of
is a
trees.
path we haven't gone on to the south there.
That's true.
There's a lot of paths we haven't been on.
That's true. And eventually, you guys, somewhere, arrive. And you're led forward. And you can see that under layers of mud, her wagon sports a fresh coat of purple paint, and its wheels have fancy gold trim. Oh, God damn it. And there are hold on now, dog.
I don't like the darkness. I want
I
it to go
know.
away.
Hold on a second. It will go away in a second. There is lanterns lighting it up. The padlock is sealing up the back door. There are also 3 signs stating "Keep out, home and property of Esmeralda de Avenir," and trespassers will be immediately incinerated. Though beneath the warning on the 3rd sign, someone has drawn a small frowning face, crossed out eyes. Esmeralda hops inside and ducks underneath the wagon and slips deftly through a hidden trapdoor. And
Love it, love it.
after a few moments, you can hear her muffled voice from inside. Someone's been in here! They've ruined me! And then she's clamoring out from beneath. 2 spell scrolls, a lyre, 3 vials of perfume, all gone!
Well, that's not good.
And as your friend's words linger in the air, you can hear, floating along slightly, a melody drifting from beyond the far side of the tower.
To investigate.
You may go now.
Okay.
There is a woman sitting alone at the rocky cliffside, cradling a lyre in her arms.
Hey,
And she stops abruptly and looks up at you. Oh, I didn't see you there. Are you perhaps the owners of that colorful wagon parked near the tower?
Nope, not me. This chick is though.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be a thief. And she looks at the lyre in her hands that she was just plucking a moment ago and sort of blushes. I it was just curiosity. I'm sorry. And Esmeralda is just sort of standing there, looking without speech, arms crossed, observing.
Does she look displeased?
It's not necessarily that she looks displeased. It's more so that she appears suspicious.
So you broke into a wagon and decided to just stay around?
Well, I meant it when I said that I didn't mean to be a thief. Well, it reminded me of, memories a long time ago from before I met my husband, it's just I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry. You don't see these kinds of things every day.
Then you wouldn't mind giving it back to her, then.
Uh, okay, here. And she holds out the bottle of perfume and the 3 scrolls. Could I just. Could, could I maybe just keep the lyre? It's been so long since I've been able to play any real music, and I miss it.
I'll take the bottles of perfume and the scrolls and just pointedly look at Esmeralda. It's your lyre. I'm gonna go put these back in your cart. You have fun with that. And
I
then she's
suppose
gonna
you
walk
can keep
over
it.
and put it back in the cart.
You sounded like. Well, that sounded like you. That song meant a lot to you, so. I'm not musical much, anyways.
If I may, what is a young woman like yourself doing alone in Barovia? This land is dangerous.
Oh, I live here. My name's Bianca. I'm a herbalist. I live in the woods, not far from here, with my husband, Carol. I just, I saw the wagon and I was curious about what was inside. The Vistani always have interesting things, interesting treasures.
So you're
I,
used to being a thief then? Sounds like.
oh no, I just everyone knows that about the Vistani. They're the only people who are allowed to go outside the mist.
He seems nice.
What was that tune you were just playing?
Oh, it's called The Lunatic's Lament.
Sounds lovely.
It is. It's about a woman who falls in love with the moon and chases it off a cliff, falling to her death.
Awesome.
Have
Yeah.
you?
Aren't we on a
Yeah.
cliff?
Oh, purely coincidental. Um, have you ever fallen in love with someone and wondered if you made a mistake?
Can't say I ever had much time for love myself.
Yeah, love just
No,
rolls
I
into the carts
100%
for
made the
me.
correct choice.
What about you, Jeeves? You got some long lost lover out there?
Oh well. Yeah. No comment.
Probably a number of broken hearts.
He's a virgin. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. She just doesn't go here. Um, her fingers strum the lyre fondly. She's clearly pleased to keep it. She just kind of stands there a little awkwardly. Not sure if she should
All right.
leave.
Well, Esmeralda, we
You
got the
said
rest of
you.
your stuff back.
What's up with this tower, by the way?
Oh, dunno. Been here a long time.
You said you live in the woods nearby?
Yeah, not too far from here. We've all heard about the tower, but don't really know much about it. Just it's been there for a long time, and well, we're not supposed to go inside.
Oh,
Why is that?
They say it's cursed or haunted. It's probably just stories, but you never know. Better safe than sorry. Wouldn't want to get cursed or haunted.
interesting.
Hmm.
I think we should go in it.
Okay, well, if that's all, it was really nice to meet you guys, and good luck on whatever you're doing. I'm gonna go.
That was weird.
Is Esmeralda going to take her instrument back, or?
No, she said
She lets her keep it. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, Esmeralda, you're nice.
I try. What can I tell you?
I put the rest of that stuff back in your cart for you.
Well, thanks a bunch.
Muriel, you have not said a word.
Look, it's
On
a
your
little
head.
bit intimidating to be in front of, someone who worked with Van Richten himself. Don't
Oh,
put me on the spot like that. I'm just here to back you up. I didn't realize I was here to entertain you too.
We all were a
Ours has
part
been
of the Van
suspiciously
Richten
quiet
days,
too.
and you have no problem wittily bantering with us,
We're just glad
Yeah,
you're
sitting in
okay.
corners and
Well,
falling
yeah, you
asleep.
just chewed me a new asshole. Just not. Okay, all right. I'm gonna stand over here. You guys, let me know when it's time to go.
No, oh, come on, Muriel. All right. Well,
Saying
she's
it's not
gonna.
even huge.
As she goes off, I attempt to hug her, and she probably deftly avoids my
Oh yeah, she's
attempt.
ducking you. She's ducking you for sure.
Alcena has a personal vendetta against her for sure.
Yeah, obviously. I'm gonna go over there and
Alcena's
be like, yeah, Cena's
Alcena's
a
a bit
fucking asshole, right?
irritated.
Don't worry, I don't like her either.
I heard
I'll say
that.
that to Muriel about you.
Heard that.
Yes,
I didn't.
sir.
Right,
I wasn't trying to hide it from you.
Gleister doesn't hear it though, even if he isn't trying to hide it.
Carol.
I'm trying to get back in the stream. It's not doing anything for me.
Oh.
Their stream's awfully quiet for me too. It says I wasn't in it.
I did. It did crash just a little bit ago.
Oh.
I swapped
I
it to
didn't notice.
a new area, so we'll see. Should be better now.
There we go. Now I hear music.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Are
I had
we?
to go swap my laundry real quick, so I was on my phone, and when I switched back, I was like, ah.
Oh no, you broke it.
Are we? Are
Um,
we gonna go in the tower, or are we just gonna
Yeah.
walk right past it? Because I'm
yeah,
I'm
haunted
for
tower
going.
people.
Yeah, I'm for going in the tower.
A child's life is at stake. We can go
Yeah,
back.
he's got
Wow.
hours. They're
Oh,
not
okay.
leaving until after dark.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, shit. Then yeah, let's go in the haunted tower. That sounds like fun. Jared
Okay,
would
yeah.
already be in the haunted tower if he was here.
The tower door is made of iron with 6 handles, each made of colored glass. One handle is red, another yellow, and then so on for green, blue, black, and finally a plain glass handle.
I'm going to attempt the plain glass handle.
You just carry on going for it?
Hold on.
Oh, is it going to electrocute me?
I'm gonna back the fuck off if he's just going for it.
You're not taking much more time to observe the setting other than that, and you push past the others and laugh your way. And as your fingers brush against the door, a blinding flash erupts from the tower, and lightning arcs violently outward.
Ouchie.
All of those currently being touched, please make a dex save.
Damn
Alan,
it, Gleister.
Damn.
Gleister, yours is with disadvantage as you are wearing plate mail. I believe
Oh.
Alcena and Jarell, you are wearing leather or something similar.
I
Ish.
got scale mail.
I have a robe on.
Scale mail technically metal or what?
Yeah,
Made
I
of
think
scale.
it's got metal.
I have.
Alright, then
leather
yours is
armor.
also with disadvantage.
Oh,
Okay,
don't
yours
have,
is flat.
Don't I have
Yeah, it's
advantage on dex though? I want to say there's something
Do
I
you?
have. There's something. I have something. Give me 1 sec.
God damn it, Kleister.
I might be confusing my two characters, so 1 second, please.
Your barbarian would have it, but I don't think druids do unless it's a Rachel thing.
I just wanted to
Should have
double
backed
check.
up 5
No,
more feet.
it's not this one. So nope, just my straight. Please tell me I pass.
Yeah.
Oh.
So no.
Oh.
All of you have failed, unfortunately, and each of you can feel the jolt of electricity just absolutely coursing through you as each of you take 20 damage.
Okay.
Oh my.
Well,
Let's
I'm
abandon the
really sorry
tower, you
about that.
guys.
Would Alcena, would you fall to the ground if that happened to you? Like,
I don't know. It kind of just depends on if I was not paying attention or not, but I was already on guard, so maybe not.
well, if you would, I would stand over you and be like, "That's karma for being an asshole," and then that's it.
Okay, did you guys
What?
just
No.
move?
Yes, we can't
I
move.
got out of the fucking.
No, go back to where you are, my children.
Uh-oh. That's unfortunate.
Fucking cheaters.
Oh, we need to roll initiative.
Yes.
All of
Because
Yes.
when you start your turn there, unfortunately, you also take damage.
Okay. Well, no problem. I go first.
Yes.
Okie dokie.
And you are shocked and jolted by Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
An
Yep, but-
additional 32 hit points.
Are we
Yep.
all rolling initiative or just these guys?
Just them, just don't move.
Okay.
All right. So, firstly, from where I'm standing right now, I'm going to give Alcina a big shove. Just shove her 5 feet.
Cool.
Okay, good use of that. Absolutely, take an inspiration. Perfect use of that, actually.
And then I'm going to go charging through the lightning again. Hopefully, not taking another damage because I'm not starting my turn again.
Mhm.
And with the momentum from like getting my brain fried inside my metal helmet, I am going to run up to Jarrell and just tackle him another 5 feet. And then we're gonna land in a sprawl, like where my token is right here. Yeah. How's that?
And you land in a pile of sizzling hair and skin and armor.
My armor's sparking. Like,
Jesus Christ.
yeah, I got 4 hit points.
Ow.
Alcena is
Saw
so
a curse
grateful.
tower with 6 fucking handles and you just go and try and open it?
Yep. Sorry. Now that I think about it, it wasn't a good idea, and I apologize.
The wall of lightning remains for a total of 10 minutes.
If we're
Good.
gonna abandon the tower, I think that we should. Glacier, come here, buddy. I appreciate you looking out for me. And I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on him.
Jarrell, are you letting it go that easy?
What color is sort of the handles?
Yeah, 6. red, yellow, green, blue, black, and plain.
So 10.
There is also
Okay, thank you.
a carving in the lintel above the door that says, "Flames and tides, the dusk abides."
I mean, we could try the handles with Mage Hand.
Yeah, that would have been way better. Way better.
Because I could.
Red, yellow, green, black, plain, and what else?
One sec. Red, yellow, green, blue, black, clear.
The clear one was the one I touched.
Yeah.
So not that one.
So flames. Flames can be red, they can be yellow, they can be green.
They can also be
Mm.
blue. Blue flame.
I feel like it would mean red for basic.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And then tides abide would be blue for water.
Yeah.
And dusk would be black. Or
Yeah.
maybe
So
yellow.
I feel like
after this goes away, motioning to the field of lightning. Use that mage hand and yeah, try red, blue, black.
okay. All right. Wait. 10 minutes.
All right, everyone. We'll see you in approximately 8 minutes. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Okay. So, as it disappears, I'm gonna.
Oops.
Flash R.
Yeah.
I'm going to. What was it? Red, blue, black.
Red, blue, black.
Okay. I'm gonna use Mage Hand to do it in that order.
Yeah, you. From there, you. Yeah. Coalesce your magical energies and you summon that magic hand and you send it off
Oh, cool.
and it suddenly dissipates as though it flew into a magical form.
What?
All right. Do I have rope?
We've all got rope.
We have rope. Okay, tie a rope around my waist. I can't let this go. I'm sorry, guys.
Well, I was
I need to
thinking
know
I could
what's in the
go
tower.
animal form since, I mean, if my animal form dies, I have extra health. Maybe like use my wolf form and like boop them with my nose
Probably need to pull them, not just boop them.
or
I
pull them.
mean, your bear can do kind of do that,
Well,
can it?
I have an ape form, I believe. Hold on.
Oh,
Do I? Is it this one that I have the ape form? I do not.
What about a raccoon? They
Probably
got little
arrange
hands.
that.
Yeah, I mean, I
Just in
have the
case.
same access. I would like to do that if we can do that. So that way
All right,
I
but we'll
have
still do
hands.
the rope trick. So if you go back to Alcina form, then we yoink you out of there.
Sounds good to me. I can also face step.
Okay, so you are giving yourself how many?
How many what?
How many points?
Oh, it's always at third level, so I have 15
Okay.
temporary points. Yeah, all my spells are always cast at my max level.
I have some time questions. It's about 4 right now, right?
It took you guys a little while to get there, so we're looking at closer to like 5:30.
5? Okay. And dusk would, or like when we leave, I'm trying to see, because I want to cast Aid on everybody, and I want it lasts for 8 hours, so I'm wondering if that's enough time if I do it now, or I'm just going to wait until we get to the entrance. Just to be safe.
Any chance we could do another short rest?
We're talking about. We'll have to see. Like, I want to at least get outside the cave before we take another rest.
Okie dokie.
I can heal you again. I got you.
All right, I appreciate it.
I have lots of spell slots.
Well, you're currently an 8, so go
oh
pull
yeah.
some
Well,
handles.
I got you when I'm all done. So I can't move.
Okie
I
dokie.
can't move the ape token though.
You can't?
No.
How about now?
Nope.
God damn it. Now.
Yes. Perfect.
Yeah.
So I am,
We did it.
but I can't.
Can't
I
even tell the
can't see
difference.
over there. So we'll just do that so I can see it just for now, for time's sake. We said red,
Red, blue, black.
red, blue, black.
Flame tide, dusk.
Yep. I'm going to pull the colors in those corresponding colors.
Okay. You turn the handles in even succession. Red, blue, black. And as you turn the black handle, you feel that sparkling, trickling, staticky energy begin to envelop you. Please make a dex save, my
Damn it.
ape friend. And as you guys watch the ape fur of Alcena begin to smoke, and undoubtedly turn back into her typical form. Yeah. Because you're oh my gosh! She stays an ape! Holy fuck! That's awesome. That was like the best luck ever.
Yeah.
As she is being absolutely demolished by this wall of electrical energy, you see a convalescence of energy that begins to almost like mutate, form itself off of this field of lightning energy, and then it begins to slowly settle and take a shape.
Oh my.
I think maybe it was supposed to be yellow and not black. Okay.
Oh
I
shit.
can't see anything.
That's very terrifying for you then.
Oh no!
As a very large blue dragon appears before you.
God damn it. We are absolutely gonna need a short rest after this. I'm sorry.
Wow. Look at that initiative, guys.
Oh.
You couldn't be more motherfucking lucky. Alright, we got Jarrell, Muriel, Isaac, Jeebus Gleister, Ape, let's roll in. Oh, forgot Sturg, my boy.
I don't have the...
It's at the very top of your journal. One sec, I'm putting it down.
Oh, I see it. Okay. My bad. Okay, let's re-roll.
No, you're good. Damn, dude, I can't believe you only got 14 fucking damage from that. That's crazy.
Either way, I'm gonna change out of my ape form here in about 2 seconds because can't be doing all that. Ape ain't gonna do
Yeah.
shit against a fucking dragon.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you're probably going to lose that ape form because I highly doubt you take 5 points of damage at the start of your next turn. However, we are at our 3-hour mark, my friends, and that is where we're going to call session for the evening.
Oh
That's
boy.
bullshit. I said we should have left the goddamn tower.
You
I
guys should
He
let
did
me
say
have
that.
another short rest.
I have character flaws in that I need information.
I
I
get
don't like
you.
locked doors.
100%. I am with you. I totally understand.
Well, let's hope Sturg is with us next time, and he has a great idea for what to do with his blue dragon.
Yeah, so this is going to be potentially quite difficult for all of you. So, yeah, come with backup ideas next week.
Okay.
Listen, this is the second time I've heard that this week. God damn it.
This, in case you didn't notice, is taking up 15 by
Yeah,
15 worth of
yeah,
space. So we're
yeah.
looking at an adult blue dragon here.
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, blue
Yes.
dragons are tougher than you guys fought a green dragon in the Eberron, and blue dragons
Indeed.
are tougher. And we're
Yep.
lower level.
We are much lower level.
Yes, you are, and that was a hard fight at
Yeah,
level 11.
yeah.
Yeah, we might need to try and GTFO.
I am all
Right.
for GTFO.
But you do also have Muriel and Esmeralda and Isaac.
Listen,
That
we've
is true.
3
established
extra
that
NPCs
Muriel
helping.
Izzy's
doesn't
gonna
help.
pick me up and run me out.
I sincerely hope that Esmeralda
Just like,
is
fuck
badass.
no.
She's a monster hunter. Maybe she'll have some awesome idea. I don't know.
Just
We'll
yell
figure
at
it out.
Esmeralda.
Oh, good.
Have you ever
I
heard?
just wish I was at max hit points. Is all.
I was gonna heal you as soon as soon as I was all done with this puzzle. I'm so sorry, man.
Well, it's kind of my own fault, but
It's gonna go great, you guys. Everything's gonna be totally, totally fine.
Yeah.
look, I'm
I mean,
sure
we
that
did get initiative really well.
Yeah, the fact that it got a 1, you guys are so fucking lucky.
Yeah. All we gotta do is just kill it before it can move.
well, that's not
That's
gonna
not
happen.
happening.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. But also keep in mind they have legendary actions which they do during our
Shit.
turn.
Yeah, we need to get the
That's
hell out of here.
correct. Correct. That's correct.
Okay.
I'd be like, super
Well, we
sorry,
will-
All right.
Dragon Dude. We're gonna leave now. So sorry for disturbing you.
Well, we'll see how well that goes next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Eh.